Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about one of the most absurd concepts ever, but when you think about it, you realize why they do it. And that's this whole idea of natural bodybuilders or people who claim they want to be steroid free who still try to take testosterone boosters of some type. And to me, not only is that ludicrous because we know they don't actually work, so don't even get me started on that. Actually, let me get started on that. That's great. They don't work. Okay? The studies that look at them find that occasionally you get some bizarre study that will show some boost in testosterone from one of these products in a single study. And then when you look at it later, what do you think happens? It doesn't work. They don't work. There's no benefit. Okay? These things don't work. They don't boost testosterone. And if they do, it's only in people who are clinically low with a small boost. Like I've seen some minor studies. In fact, there was a really famous YouTuber who owns a big company who produced his own product, and he produced an in-house case study, right? And he said, aha, look at this. This guy saw this big boost in testosterone. We did the study on it. The guy had clinically low testosterone, and after he took the product, he still had clinically low testosterone. Okay? He was still low enough that a doctor would have prescribed testosterone to him if he wanted it, even after taking the test booster. In fact, we could argue that maybe the only difference is they just caught him on a better day. The boost was small enough in that regard that it could have just been no effect, and maybe just next week he had a slightly higher testosterone that particular morning. But it was still really, really bad. Like the guy really needed medical treatment, not this product. But that's usually what you see in these. But the thing is, when you ask the question of why in the world would someone want to take a testosterone booster who believes it's ethically and morally and health wrong to take testosterone? And the answer is very, very simple. They want to use anabolics. These are people who actually are unhappy with being quote unquote drug free. They want the benefits of taking all the stuff without taking this stuff so that they can feel morally superior. Because that's really the reason people do this. They don't do it for health purposes. If they did it for health purposes, they wouldn't be trying to boost their testosterone. Because for health reasons, there's no difference. Right? In other words, if you increase your testosterone 100% from where it is now, and you go get blood work checked, any possible negative changes you might see would still be there, okay? And it's going to be very minor at that point, if anything, but the exact same identical risk exists, okay? What do we mean? Effects on PSA, effects on prostate, effects on things like red blood cell count, right? Hemocrite. Those are going to be 100% identical. How about elevated estrogen if guys are worried about their estrogen going up? Well, it's going to be identical. The aromatase enzyme doesn't care. It has no concern. It doesn't care at all where your testosterone came from. In other words, testosterone that you produce naturally is affected by the aromatase enzyme just the same as a pharmaceutical one. Therefore, the increase in estrogen is going to be completely identical and indistinguishable. So it's not for health purposes. Their only argument, well, it might affect production. But quite frankly, that's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. And if a person wants, high testosterone for life, I would think, then they're probably going to go that route. But it really and truly is not for longevity and health. Or they wouldn't even be talking about, hey, I need to boost my testosterone, right? They wouldn't even be talking about it. So why do they do it? It's to feel morally superior. It's because they are secretly jealous of the fact that some people are willing to go that route or can go that route for testing purposes or whatever. It bothers them. It bothers them. And they want a reason to feel morally superior. They want to have a way to look down at other people and say, I'm a better moral person than you because I choose to get this effect. I want all the benefits you have, but I don't want any of the stigma with it. Okay? It is kind of a superiority complex thing for them. It's people who have that mindset. Okay? And it's also, again, it's really a funny thing. But really you see that a lot because you do see that in that world. They have this bizarre idea that they're better than other people because they choose to not go the route that all these athletes and lifters and bodybuilders and everyone else have gone forever. And it's largely created due to politics. We know American politics created that entire mindset. It really did. That is the origin of that entire mindset, with drugs and everything else in sports. Okay, it created that mentality. It was purely a political thing. It goes back to the Cold War that got somehow maintained and ingrained into our politics at the national level that then carried over to the rest of the world because we kind of pushed that. Even though we were the actual, one of the biggest sources of causing that to become a thing in sports, our tax dollars paid for it, right? People are unaware of that. Our tax dollars paid for the first doping programs during the Cold War for Olympic athletes. This is not a secret. It's not classified. It's publicly available knowledge at this point. Right? Publicly available knowledge. We did it. They just don't like to talk about it. But everyone knows it who's in the know. So that created this whole mindset. So it created a whole new category for these people to do this and to do it and say, well, I still want all the benefits without using it. And that's exactly why they do it. And again, there is no difference. If these testosterone boosters actually worked, which they don't, it would be the same thing. It really would. But it's the same reason a lot of them push over to SARMs. It's, I want all the benefits without being able to do it so that I can still claim moral superiority. It's a really bizarre personality dysfunction. It really is. It's a dysfunction. Right? There's almost a strange mental disorder involved with this. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.